Yo, what's good? Prophet got the Prophet here, and I'm doing a beat breakdown on this recent placement I got with 310babii for the song All My Hoes. So I had made the beat, and then another producer named PJ Turnt, he had produced the song. So again, in this case, I was the beat maker, producer, whatever term you want to use. You know what I'm saying? I made the full beat, and my boy PJ was really executive producing the song, which takes a lot of skill, takes a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like to be an executive producer at that level, like you the top one. So that comes with knowing the beat. That comes with being involved in the engineering. That comes in being involved with the arrangement of the song, the writing, you know what I'm saying? So that was his whole side. And I'm gonna break that down further in another video because this is the first time I had worked with another producer, collabed and got like a big placement and kind of, was involved with like the whole process. So, for a lot of up and coming producers out there, I hope that inspires you guys. And again, I'll do a further not beat breakdown. This is the beat breakdown, this video. In another video, I'm going to capture the whole process of like what went down, how he reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? It was off the strength of my Type Beat channel. And again, I'll explain that in another video. Today, we'll just focus on the beat breakdown. And for 310babii, it was a 310babii type beat. You know what I'm saying? PJ reached out to me, asked me to send some beats. So I'm already knowing 310babii is an artist who is like club music. You know what I'm saying? Party bangers. You know what I'm saying? West Coast artists, a lot of upbeat tempo. So as you can see, I have the BPM at 103. And I wanted to keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of party music, it's just to turn up. So it's more of a feeling. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do too much with the beat itself. It's more of a feel. You know what I'm saying? I want people to really feel the bass, feel the energy, because I'm already knowing that's how 310 is going to want to hear a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like for the intention of a club or party. So that's the intention that I went before like even starting the beat. That's what my mind was going like as far as like the vision of the beat. You know what I'm saying? So now we'll get into the instruments. Up here we got some strings. And I grabbed the strings from Arcade. You know what I'm saying? Arcade is a service. Not even, you feel me? I'm not getting paid by them right now, but I was in Commanding Stabs, and I just played around with the loops it had. Again, Arcade is a service where it provides loops that you can samples that are royalty free. So yeah, I didn't have to clear this. You feel me? Like I made my own little thing with their instrument, and this is how it went. You feel me? That already, the strings give it like that anthem feel. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I went with the strings. But yeah, it gives it that anthem. I'm like, okay, I could do something with that. I added more instruments, like more to the melody. But after I heard those strings, I immediately went to the drums. So next thing I did, I'll just do the percussion all at once. I added the hi-hat, snap, open hat, vox, and the like that stomp noise that a lot of West Coast beats use. Very simple. I do have the hi-hat. The hi-hat comes in on the 8th bar. So over here is when the hi-hat comes right here. And I just added some rolls and shit. Nice bounce. Oh yeah, that part right there. So, okay. So before I added that part, the little doom, doom, you feel me? It was originally just a hi-hat. It was just all the regular sounds. And then I was like, no, I gotta, this is for 310babii. So I gotta sprinkle a little something in there that's just different. That's gonna really fuck his head up. And even the listener in general, you know what I'm saying? Just something different. So I took inspiration from a DB Bowderbag song. If you're not familiar with DB Bowderbag, he's a rap artist out of Sacramento, California. And I can't remember the name of the song, but they used that sound in there. Not the way that I did it, but I heard it in that perk in one of his beats that he was rapping on. So I took inspiration from there and I just did my own thing with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of being a beat maker and producer. Like you could take inspiration from other artists, other producers, but add your own sauce and flavor. You know what I'm saying? I heard that sound and was like, I want to add that in one of my beats. So that's what I did. I have it coming in on the second, like, so for the whole percussion sample loop, whatever you want to call it, is 8 bars. And I have that interesting little laser sound come in on the last 4. So the second half of that whole measure. And if, oh yeah, here, you feel me? I be giving up all the sauce. This came from Player. It's the FX number 4 from the Player plugin. And then the other little freaky sound is Player plugin FX32. My hi-hat just came from a drum kit. And it's like a regular hi-hat everybody uses. Same with the open hat and the Vox. Nothing crazy. These sounds have been used for years. Here's the 808 pattern. I'm just gonna play it by itself, then I'll play it with the percussion. Nice deep rumble. You feel me? Just a nice simple pattern, nice deep rumble, nice deep bass. You know what I'm saying? As you can hear, there's not a lot of distortion on it. It's a very low cut type of sample. The 808 that I used in the same drum kit. I'll in another video I'll go over the drum kit, I guess. But as you can see right here where my cursor is, I didn't even do too much as far as mixing the instrument, which I never do because these are going to get sent off to the engineer and he's going to do all the mixing. So I just have to make sure the levels are good. So I actually reduced the gain because the sample already came in hella hot. Like if this gain was set to 0, like it would be fucking red, distorting hella like. So I actually turned it down for this particular sample. So this doesn't mean on your computer, your 808 that you turn it to -14. You turn it to whatever, you know what I'm saying, is going to be green and not distorting, you know what I'm saying? I like to personally, I add the distortion on the master, you feel me? In the actual individual mix track, I don't like to do distortion. That's just my personal preference. You know what I'm saying? I like to control that on the master with fat effects, which I'll get to later. And I use a distortion here. So again, I keep it very simple. All I did, subtracted the gain. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I was on another track, but it's the same still the same thing. For the 808, I'm at -2.5 gain for the decibel. For the channel EQ, I did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Shit, I don't even know why it's on there. But yeah. So here's the percussion and the 808 together. Forgot there's a little salt shaker, riser, and I added this little chant shout in the beginning of it. You'll hear right here. I added that too. Just again, just little elements. You know what I'm saying? Just to give the beat character. So for the other part of the melody, I added these bells. A very simple. I just wanted to do a very simple, catchy melody, a counter melody to go with the strings, and here it is. That's all it is. It's very simple, but it's catchy. You feel me? That's the whole point. Y'all don't gotta overcomplicate shit. Y'all just gotta have a good bounce and a good catchy melody. You know what I'm saying? The rapper or singer is gonna do the rest. But here it is with the strings. You feel me? You feel me? You feeling that now? You see in the vision. You feel me? So I have the string. Now I'm gonna just play the whole beat because that's all it is. So just as far as the arrangement goes, immediately the beat is going. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's gonna be a club banger. I didn't want like a long drawn out intro. You know what I'm saying? I have the beat going, which you'll hear in a second, and I got the strings coming in first, and then after the first 8, the bells come, and then for the chorus, I layered the same melody. It's the same as the bell, except it's a string. So it just gives it more, you know, for the chorus, it just kind of overemphasizes everything. So here it is. You feel feel me? It's just like it's called layering when you do that. When you copy the same melody but use it with a different instrument, you're just layering. You're laying the same melody on top of it, but the string gives it that bigger, more again like an anthem feel. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have it coming in at the chorus because it's bringing everything together. 310babii is literally the lines that he's saying is the chorus at this part of the song. And I want just all the energy, you know what I'm saying? Everything built up to this chorus. So that's why I added those strings. And now you'll see what I mean. I'm going to play the whole beat now. And I'm going to just sit back and just let it play. You feel me? A nice little build up, 808 thumping, keeping it very simple. So the melody only had 3 sounds: the original strings, the bell, and then the layered strings that would go with the bell, the same melody. That's 3 sounds. The rest are percussive elements. I kept, again, the hi-hat is super simple. 808 is super simple. That's the whole point, is to keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the mixing, this is all I did. I just leveled out the original strings. I just brought it down -1 on the fader. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even do no gain, nothing. I just boosted some of these mid frequencies, 1K, in between 1K and 2K. So we're at 1.5K right here. Cut out the lows right there for the stomp. Just lowered the gain a little bit, lowered it on the fader. Again, I'm just leveling out. I panned it a little bit. You see the panning right here? That's another thing I like to do, just to, create that space. That's all you got to do. I didn't go crazy with compression or nothing because, again, the stems, when you send it to the engineer, they'll go crazy with the with the compression, the limiting, doing all that. You know what I'm saying? That's their whole job. You feel me? My job's to make the beat, and I'll do just a little bit of mixing. You feel me? But it's not too much because it's not needed. You feel me? If you're sending these out for placements, you feel me? Even on my YouTube channel, this is all I do: gain and EQ and leveling. Gain, EQ, leveling on the fader, and then some panning. You feel me? Could use compression every once in a while. Usually if it's like a sample where I'm sampling from a song and like just something spikes in the middle of the sample, then I'll compress it a little bit to get some more balance. But again, y'all, I'm overemphasizing this because when I started producing, I thought you had to do all this compression and all this fucking everything on this fucking mixer right here. And I used to spend hours, bro, hours. And you feel me? My beats got better when I started doing less. You feel me? Like, run that back again. My beats got better when I started doing less. I got a 310babii placement. No compression on none of this shit. You feel me? I'll go over the master real quick. I do a little bit on the master. All I do is adjust the gain to give it some headroom. And again, I just do that with my ears. Just because it says -0.6 doesn't mean you do the same thing. Level it to where you know that there's some headroom. And by headroom, I mean, look. I'm going to go to the loudest part of the song, the chorus. See how we're peaking? -1.6. So I just brought it down -6 decibels. Linear EQ. I just cut a little lows out, boosted right here a little bit, 1K, and I boosted some of this high end. I put a multi-pressor on there, boosted some of the lows, boosted some of the mids. Fat effects on there. Sorry, the distortion, it wasn't this high. I had the distortion on like 3.2%. Everything else is turned off. The only thing turned on Fat Effects and Logic. Again, this is a Logic Pro plugin. All these are. Yeah, let me go over that too. These are all stock Logic Pro plugins. The gain came from Logic. This is Logic's linear EQ. This is Logic's multi-pressor. Fat Effects came from Logic. All I did was I went down here to the master They have it. You can turn it off, hard clipping, soft limiting. I have it on soft limiting, and I boost it. Usually, I'll listen. I'll boost it out. I won't push it more than 7 decibels. Over here for distortion, I have this on. The bit crush is off. This one's off, but I have soft saturation on. And I usually don't push this more than 20%. That's if I want my shit hella saturated. And I usually do that on my trap beats. With the West Coast beats, it's usually just between 0, because sometimes I'll turn it off, 0 and 10%. On this one, when I sent it out, I believe I had it on 5. So yeah, again, and it's just listening with your ears for real, bro. That's really all it is. You just gotta listen to this shit. And that's I thought I had to slap hella shit on my mixing and everything. Nah, you just gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? Again, the engineer, when you send out the stems, is going to do all the dirty work. You feel me? And make that shit sound hella good. He's going to do the dirty work to make it sound clean. You know what I'm saying? That's a bar. But yeah, that's it for the beat breakdown. I hope there were some gems in there. Again, I'm gonna start doing more of these beat breakdowns, you know what I'm saying, especially for the beats that I get placed, because it's just a perfect example of one, I want to inspire those because I came a long way to get to this level and I'm still going up. You know what I'm saying? This is only the beginning for me, and I've been doing this for a decade now. If you want to really start from when I started making beats, a decade. You know what I'm saying? I'll go over my whole little life story on the producer tip in another video. But I've been doing this for a long time. You feel me? So I know what I'm talking about, obviously, because I got my shit placed. You feel me? Not to flex, but I'm just showing y'all it's possible. And again, I keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? I keep my shit simple. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Thank you for tuning in. I really hope you learned something. And yeah, I hope y'all have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you.